Hello everyone, my name is Jasmine McCoy and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for clicking in to drop by. But if you are a returner, it is always nice to have you back. This video, I'm taking you all through a day in my life, getting ready for the second medical school exam. I thought that might be interesting. It is 2 days before the exam, so obviously there's still time to study, still time to do practice questions, and maybe you all are interested in how it is that I get ready for one. So it is early, and that is because they have 4 review sessions for us. The first one is MDM, medical decision making, which essentially comes out to be a bunch of math and article reading, journal reading. Then we've also got pharmacology. I feel pretty good on that one, as well as anatomy and histology. Histology is the one that's a little sketch because they'll show you a picture and then ask, what kind of tissue is this? I don't know. I just see pink dots. I really don't know. I cannot help you with this one. So we're gonna go to those review sessions.
These 2 sessions are actually both cohort studies and case control studies are both considered observational study designs. So just think of these as sort of like a pair, and they're different than RCT. Remember, in RCTs, you are like actually randomizing. You're actually having some say.
I don't even know. It's better to be looking at Robert and Robert education.
Okay, everyone, I am back now, and I get to talk about how those reviews went that I did this morning. But before we get too far into this video, if you are not yet subscribed, that is okay. I can help you out with that. You're going to take your finger cursor, go to the bottom right-hand corner where there is a big red button that says subscribe. Click that, turn on notifications, and you will be notified of all the future videos I will make on this long journey in medical school. So, as I was talking about, we did have our first review, which personally for me was not very useful, only because I had already gone through the content they were using for the review. And that content was the problem set for MDM, medical decision making. I had already done that yesterday, already reviewed what I got right and what I got wrong. So I came in, that is literally all we did for the review. And it was nice being able to go over it again, but it was not new information for me. But that's okay. And the second review session we had was the pharmacodynamics session. I love the 3 people that we had do that, our 3 professors. They work so well together. They make jokes, they make little quips at each other, and it's just a very fun time. There were some things that I realized like, okay, there is a difference between whether a drug is efficacious or whether something is potent and how that tracks onto the Michaelis-Menten equation and the rectangular hyperbola type stuff. If you're not in medical school, none of this will mean anything to you, but just so you know, like, these are the kinds of things that I'm having to think about, because normally, to most people, potent and efficacious, are those synonyms? Yeah, but they have 2 different meanings. Similar but not the same type of thing. So I learned there are some areas that I need to go back over, which is good. That's why we like going to reviews. You all remember how I said that I felt that I wasn't going to do well in the histology stuff? Your girl was eating up the histology questions. I was killing it. I was being able to name stuff. The amorphous pink blobs were not looking like amorphous pink blobs. I was getting so many of those practice questions right. I was feeling good. And then we went to anatomy, and I feel confident in my anatomy. I like that. We had the multiple choice questions, killing it, killing it, killing it. And then we switched to these different questions where it's not multiple choice. It is, here's a picture. Tell me what the picture is pointing at. Or what does blank innervate? What does blank branch off into? And the amount of artery, vein, heart type stuff that came on there, I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling. I was looking at it like, some kind of artery, some kind of vein, some kind of splenic nerve. I really don't know. But even though the exam on Friday is not going to be non-multiple choice questions, it is important for me to just be able to come up with these things and be able to map the flow of blood or sensations in my mind without pictures, without choices is important because that'll be useful for practicals where literally you walk up to the donor, they've got a little stick in a certain thing, and you have to be able to name it, what it innervates, if it breaks, how would that affect the person, those kinds of questions. So those questions were very hard today. I'm not gonna lie, they were very hard. Me and my friends having a little bit of trouble with that. So we decided, why don't we have someone in our group who does get it? And they offered to do this. They offered to explain to us the arteries, the veins, and the pathway that blood takes when it is going to the heart versus away from the heart. So we went to a PBL room and they brought out Complete Anatomy, which essentially is this amazing application where you can look at muscles, nerves, arteries, veins, you can look at skin, you can look at soft tissue, all of these things, and helped us map out how the blood moves, where the sensations go. It was beautiful. So here's a little bit of video of us learning about arteries and veins.
But you have aortic arch, and the major thing with the arteries on the front side of the body, so on the anterior side of the body, is that you're going to be going off of this internal thoracic artery. And so that one runs kind of along this either side of the sternum, and you can kind of see that as there we go, internal thoracic artery. It runs and branches off of the subclavian artery on the right side, and then subclavian artery on the left side. The thing that we were also discussing with Elise was for the right side, it is that subclavian artery is coming off of the brachiocephalic trunk. You can see there.
While I was there, I was eating my lunch because I did have another engagement that I was going to after the end of all the review sessions. I was going to shadow one of the ophthalmologists at Northwestern, Dr. Akwosu, and he is actually someone that I already know because of doing pre-matriculation 2 months ago. We still have a relationship, and he offered in our one-on-one meeting if I would like to come and shadow him. I said yes. I also ended up shadowing with another pre-matriculation student, so we were there together, and it obviously, I'm not going to have any video from that, HIPAA. Just know that I was able to put on my white coat. I was able to go over to the hospital, go up to his floor, and although I'm not the doctor, so I'm not going to be the one dealing out, come back and see us in 6 months, in 3 months. I'm going to put in X order. We're going to change X medicine. I'm not at the point where I can do any of that yet. I'm at the point where I'm taking history, asking the patient questions, reconciling the medications that the patient says they're taking versus what is in the charts, and doing a little bit of exams. So I can listen to someone's heart. I can do that, but I'm not going to be doing those really foundational things, obviously, that the doctor is. And I had a good time with the cardiologist. I think that cardiology is cool. The heart, obviously, it's one of your most important organs. I like shadowing with him because he definitely gave us a lot of opportunity to interact with the patient and not feel like we're being hovered or watched over. because he did let us talk to the patients alone. And obviously, he would come in at a later point after we've been able to present to him what it is that we found in our preliminary talkings with the patient. He always would find more in some way, but I mean, he's been doing this for decades longer than we have, so that is expected. And I would definitely consider going back and shadowing with him again. At this point, I've probably got 5 hours left in the day to eat, shower, study some more, and something that I'm really excited about is the Ahsoka season finale was yesterday on Tuesday, as well as the Loki season 2 premiere. Disney Plus, I'm coming for you. Obviously, I gotta work first. So let's go and get some work done. That way I can watch those two shows and not feel any guilt about it because this is a productive study day. When I study, I'm going over my Anki cards, looking at the lecture guides, which are written by the professors. I'm doing guided practice questions, learning objectives, and just generally making sure that I have seen the material as many times as possible. I think that if I've seen it 1, 2, 3 times, it's not enough. I need to see it 6, 7, 8 times just to make sure that it is stuck in my mind. It has definitely been a productive study day, which means I can watch my shows. Time to get into my night routine, starting with an oil cleanser, then a foam cleanser, wipe everything nice and clean. Up next, the vitamin E and C serum. Make sure we rub that in. And finally, the moisturizer. Mouthwash, swish, 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 and brushing my teeth. Thank you very much for watching. This has been a productive study day in my life. If you're still here watching this video, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, anything else that you would like to see regarding my medical school experience. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.